One diamond, thousands dead. A father risks everything to save his son. In a world where greed is more powerful than life itself, the story begins with a man named Solomon narrating his past. He says he was 25 years old when everything changed. Early in the morning, he gently wakes up his son Dia, preparing him for school. Like any loving father, Solomon has a dream. He wants his son to grow up, study hard, and become a doctor someday. Later that day, as Dia returns home from school, he happily tells his father about everything he learned. The moment feels peaceful, normal. But that peace doesn't last. Suddenly, Solomon notices something terrifying. Armed rebels driving toward their village, waving guns and shouting. Without hesitation, he grabs his son and runs. Chaos erupts. The rebels storm the village, shooting civilians without mercy. Men, women, children. No one is spared. The sound of gunfire fills the air as innocent lives are taken in seconds. Solomon rushes to his home, breaks through the back, and helps his family escape. But just as they're about to get away, he's caught. Held down by the rebels, Solomon screams at his wife and son to run, and they do. He stays behind. The rebels begin cutting off the hands of villagers, a brutal punishment meant to stop them from voting. Just as they're about to do the same to Solomon, a commander known as Poison steps in. He stops them, not out of mercy, but because Solomon looks strong enough to work. Cut to a massive diamond mining site. Here, enslaved civilians are forced to search for diamonds underwater. These diamonds aren't for wealth. They're used to buy weapons and fuel war. Anyone who finds a diamond must hand it over immediately. Anyone who tries to hide one is executed. One day, Solomon finds something different, a rare pink diamond. He immediately realizes its value. Carefully, he hides it. Later, using an excuse, he sneaks away and buries it in a secret location. But before he can escape completely, the commander catches him. At gunpoint, he demands the stone. And just as things seem hopeless, the army attacks. Explosions everywhere. In the chaos, Solomon escapes, but leaves the diamond buried. Soon after, he's captured by the army and taken to prison. Inside that prison, fate connects him with another man, Danny Archer, a smuggler. Danny overhears everything: the diamond, the secret, the opportunity. Greed sparks in his eyes. Soon after, Danny manages to get both himself and Solomon released, but not out of kindness. He wants the diamond. At the same time, we meet Maddie, a journalist determined to expose the truth, the bloodshed behind diamonds. She wants the world to see the cost. Meanwhile, Solomon's family is on the run, but tragedy strikes again. His son Dia is captured by the rebels, forced into their ranks, brainwashed, turned into a child soldier. Back in the present, Danny approaches Solomon and offers him a deal. "Help me find the diamond, and we split it." Reluctantly, Solomon agrees, not for money, but for his son. As they travel together, violence surrounds them. Rebel attacks, military strikes, bodies everywhere, entire villages wiped out. They eventually reach a refugee camp. There, Solomon finds his wife, alive, but his son is gone. Captured, trained to kill. Determined now more than ever, Solomon sets out to rescue him. Danny follows, still chasing the diamond. Maddie joins them, documenting everything. Together, they journey through war-torn land, facing constant danger. Eventually, they reach the mining site again. And there, Solomon finds his son. But Dia is no longer the same. He's been brainwashed. He doesn't recognize his father. He points a gun at him. Solomon doesn't fight. Instead, he speaks. He reminds him of who he is, his childhood, his dreams, his family. Slowly, Dia breaks. Tears fill his eyes. The boy returns. But the danger isn't over. A final battle erupts. Gunfire everywhere. People dying over a single stone. In the chaos, Danny is shot. Badly. Yet he keeps going. He helps Solomon retrieve the diamond. But as they escape, Danny collapses. He can't go any further. For the first time, he changes. The man, driven by greed, realizes something deeper. He hands the diamond back to Solomon, tells him to find Maddie and make it right. Solomon doesn't want to leave him behind, but he has no choice. He escapes with his son. Danny stays behind, holding off enemies. With his final strength, he calls Maddie, tells her everything, and then he dies. Later, Solomon reunites with Maddie. Together, they expose the truth, the illegal diamond trade, the bloodshed, the corruption. The world finally sees what was hidden. In the end, the pink diamond is handed over to authorities. Not sold, not owned, but preserved as a symbol of everything it cost. Solomon stands before world leaders telling his story, not as a victim, but as a survivor. And that's where the story ends, a story that proves some treasures are not worth the blood they demand.